far as a host city has been with the team in the playoffs, never has a host city had their team host a divisional round playoff game. Wow. The previous instances, the 4 teams reached a divisional round, they all lost. They were all on the road. So the Vikings have already done something that nobody else has ever done.
You got that when I asked, like, about the NFL needing to set up.
Yeah, I mean,
that's great information.
I mean, for the logistics freaks out there, it's been quite something. The league's never had to wait this long to get their hands fully on a Super Bowl stadium.
And I didn't think about it until you mentioned it. That's mind blowing.
Let's pick the game. Let's pick the game right here. I am going to go first.
Yep.
I have been wrong about the Vikings all year. I fully admit this. Okay, I thought the Rams were going to beat them. I thought they were going to beat your team. To be very honest, I was wrong about that. But I have this feeling about the Saints. As you know, I chose them back in Thanksgiving Day on our show here on Thanksgiving Day. I mulliganed. I took the Seahawks out as my preseason NFC pick, and I put the Saints in, and then I stuck with them at the beginning of this playoff, and I'm going to stick with them here. I think Breeze has the better experience in the quarterback matchup here, despite how great the Vikings defense is. I put the fleur-de-lis up on the screen. I take the Saints to move on to Philadelphia, Steve.
I'm going to go with the Vikings. This is probably going to go down to the last possession. It's going to be like that Falcon game last night. Maybe Drew Brees will be shooting into the end zone to win the game. But I think this defense, the Vikings defense, is going to prevail in a tough one. And I think the Saints, you guys it was a physical game with them.
Right.
And I think that's going to be a factor versus a rested team.
I got to agree with you. So basically, Rich, you just told us that Minnesota's really going to win, right?
Well, I mean, if you want to do the Costanza thing, yes. Like, do the opposite. But
so you agree with us that Minnesota's going to win this game?
No, I think the Saints are going to win this game, but nice try.
Nice try. I'm definitely going. I'm going with Minnesota.
Jedi mind trick over
I'm going with Minnesota. I like it.
You know, I always like to go with offense, but the theme throughout the playoffs so far has really been about defenses stepping up and playing well, and this defense is so good at home in that dome. Drew Brees not as good on the. I'm going with Minnesota too. I think this is going to be a great game, but I'm going Minnesota's defense at home.
When you get this deep, you see the will of the man, not just the skill of the man on the football field. And I thought yesterday in each of those games that the team that played in the wild card round kind of wore down late in those games. I'm taking Minnesota because I believe that was a tough game last week.
Yep.
And now you got to come play a physical game in Minnesota, and their will, they want to play in that Super Bowl at home. It's going to be a tough game.
Cynthia Freeland's projection is a 5-point Vikings win, and the fans are almost a coin flip.
I think you ought to do the Viking horn instead of having to do the howl.
Do it. No, I'm taking the Saints. I
know
the
that,
Saints.
but I'm just saying, just in reference to the
game. All right,
game.
Drew Brees, I'm putting this on. All right, Sean Payton, Alvin Kamara. Ow!